What is up, my Ramilia? How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a great Sunday night. And I see my guys are here already. Thank you guys for being here on time. SG Sports Talk Channel. Hi, Ramilia. What's up, man? How you doing? I'm doing good, man. Thank you so much. The SG Sports Track Channel says, who do you think the greatest Rams player of all time? Man, I'd have to go defense or offense. For defense, Deacon Jones, Merlin Olsen, and AD are all in the same 1A, 1A and a half, 1A and 3/4. But Deacon Jones is a little before my time, but he's a legend. And then on offense, Marshall Faulk, Eric Dickerson are two of my favorites. It's hard to pick. There's just so many players, but right around that range. Graduate 12, my guy. What's up, brother? He says, we got blues music on. Ramilia, can you go in an hour? Go later on. It's not dark yet in the West Coast. I came in a little earlier today. I was messing with my Ethernet cable to see if I get a better signal. And hopefully it works out better because Spectrum can't come out right away to check my issue when because I want my videos when I show them to not be choppy. And so I was messing with the Ethernet cable. That's why I was a little late right now. I was moving stuff around and I moved stuff, in my background in the Ramilia studios. So it took me a second to get back going. But I don't think I'm going to go too long there. Everyone, that's here. I'm looking forward to this show. It's going to be a cool show. SB Truck Channel says, what kind of music do you like to listen to? It depends on my mood. I can listen to old school hip hop. I like some of the new stuff. I like rock, pop, even Spanish music. Just depends on my mood. Just about anything, even some country music. My guy Randy Travis back in the day, Willie Nelson. It just depends on my mood. Graduate Travis says, go in an hour. It's still sunlight here. Brian Smith, what's up, brother? Graduate Travis says, no, go in an hour. Let it get dark. Take the first step marketing. What's up, brother? Donald or Youngblood? Woo! Good question. Donald or Youngblood? Donald for now, Youngblood for my heart growing up as a Ram fan. The John Wayne cleats played the Super Bowl with a fractured fibia. Graduate Travis says, watching another stream now. You're killing me, Ramilia. I like when you go on later. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what times. I was going to go to the Rams second house, Disneyland today, but I didn't make it in there. I had to change my reservation. So I came in a little earlier, trying to figure it out still. We'll figure that out. Thank you for being here, though, Graduate 12. Brian Smith says, Kurt Warner, the GOAT. Yeah, Kurt Warner is amazing, man. We should have never got rid of Kurt Warner. I don't care how good Bolger might have been. When you have something that is the truth, so to speak, you keep him. So, that's just another Mike Martz thing, that I remember on the radio. He was going back and forth with Kurt Warner's wife, and Mike Martz reminds me of Kyle Shanahan. They're not really head coach material, but they're amazing offensive coordinators, and they're not really leaders of men. He should have never retired. He should have took the Rams to a third Super Bowl. We definitely left some rings on the table. The greatest show on turf. Willie Bowen, what's up, brother? He says, what's up, Ramulators? Drew Hill, wide receiver. Yes, Drew Hill. Stan, the Rams fan. What's up, brother? Asuna. What's up, brother? Brian Smith. Love you, bro. I love you too, man. I love all you guys, man. Brian Smith says that Willie D. Hill was a good one. Yes, Willie D. Hill was a good one. Willie always has some great. I have this is going to be a cool show. I have our Ram Legend of the Night. I'm looking forward to the show. Okay, so it's Graduate 12 says, okay, the other live stream ended. Okay, good. Graduate Trust says, what are we talking about today with the Rams? Okay, so thank you for letting me get to that. So we already talked about the NFL schedule and dates being released. Now the Rams, on one of my videos, I posted that they're going to practice with the Bengals. So I think that's a shrewd move. What do you guys think? Because remember in the Super Bowl, Cam Akers wasn't 100% and our offensive line couldn't get us running room. I like it with our new guys coming in, filling in, Big Wit's not there. Hasenstein is going to be there. Logan Bruss gets some reps. We get to kind of see where we're at with our running game. So I think it's a even though it's early in the preseason, but I think it's a shrewd move by Les Snead and the guys to practice with them. What do you guys think? I really like that. Wildman Samurai, what's up, brother? He says, hey, Ramilia. So what do the Rams do with the loss of Sony Michel? Man, we really need his physical and veteran presence at the running back position. He was like a power back for us and got those tough yards. You know what? Sony Michel is going to be a tough loss. Cam Akers is not anywhere near the blocker that Sony Michel. That's where we're going to miss him too. He made some one of my shows. I'm going to show some video clips of a couple of blocks that he did and throughout the season, but against the Buccaneers, I mean, this guy freed up Stafford and things that a guy that's not afraid of physical play, but also a guy that's a veteran that knows, that to give the quarterback some time. I'm really hoping that Kyren Williams will be a similar player, but he's still young. So it's going to be tough to overcome that. So hopefully with them playing with Sony Michel, that the guys kind of learn from that. You know what I mean? So we have that on film, but it's a tough loss. I really like our running backs that we have right now. I like Kyren Williams, Akers coming back with a full head of steam. Darrell Henderson's not going to have to take the load. I'm really looking forward to see what the guys got. Jake, don't fake the funk. The fullback, one of my favorites. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that's a good thing you brought up. Chaos Theory, what's up, brother? He said, shout out to the great Henry Ellard. Yes, he needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Should have been already. Geez, nuts. What's up? There's my guy. How about Mike Gooman, fullback? Yes. There's just so many Ram legends that I'm going to be able to go through as we do Legends of the Night. I remember Mike Gooman, number 44. And sometimes I'll be watching the game and I'll see Jake Funk get the ball a couple times and I go, shades of a young Mike Gooman. Willie B says old school. Brian Smith says Willie B, old school. Yes. SG Sports Talk Channel. Say, hey, Ramilia. It's my guy, SG Sports Talk Channel. And there's my dude, Jared Ramirez. I met the Rampage mascot today. Ramilia Sports Report. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. You went to Ontario, huh? Was that Ontario, I think? I haven't looked at the schedule, but my buddies were telling me if I should go because they were going to go to Dave and Buster's, and have drinks and chill. And I should have went. But yeah, that's awesome, man. Like I said, this is an amazing time to be a Rams fan. And even if you're not a Ram fan, just the way this, I know that you can appreciate the way that we go about our business because we take care of our players. We go all in. We want to win, even though we already won the chip. They want to get reacclimated to the city of Los Angeles, so they're doing trophy tours so people can take pictures with the trophy and buy Ram gear. And amazing, it's an amazing time. It's just a magical time. That's so awesome, Jared, that you did that, brother. That's awesome. Willie Bone says yes, Chaos. SB Sports Shirt Channel. So how's life, man? Life is good, man. I can't complain. I'm finally getting over this cold that I've been trying to get over. Everything's good, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. I hope everything's good in your life too, brother. As long as we have our health and we can see every morning, it's pretty good. So thank you for asking, brother. Willie Bone says thanks, Brian. Yes, thank you, Ramilia. Johnny G says Rams going back to back. Yes, man. I really hope so, Johnny G, man. It looks good. It looks really good, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. I hope you guys have seen I saw this clip. I'm going to tell you, I saw this clip that they put together of the Rams rivalry, and I go, you know what? I think my Ramilia would love this. The only thing that was missing is the Roman Gabriel era, so maybe I'll put together something for that when we played the 49ers. And if you notice, props to my brother Damian Lee here, the 49er fan. I put the Niners and Steve Young and Joe Montana in black and white because it's been so long since they won the championship. So I had to give him a little pushback there. But yeah, amazing rivalry. I'm glad it's back. Excuse me. I'm glad it's back. Amazing. But yeah, I really hope that we go back to back, Johnny G, man. It will be amazing. And that's what we're looking forward to. It looks like we're right there. Brian Smith, Willie B, thumbs up. Yep. Brian Smith says, hit the like buttons, boys and girls. Thank you, man. Yeah, I always forget to tell you guys. I just assume you, but you know what? Yeah, it really helps me on every video because I guess the algorithm shows me up when somebody looks for Rams highlights or they have a keyword. And so, if you guys can, please, even on the way out, hit the like button real quick. Just go back and hit it. I appreciate it. Thank you, man, Brian Smith. I appreciate it. Stan the Rams fan says, keep OBJ. Yes. So on one of my videos I just posted, he replied something to the effect of somebody had replied to my guy, my fellow YouTuber. I'm going to butcher his name, but he's a very well-known YouTuber. And they were talking about OBJ coming back to the Rams and this and that. And I think he believes it's a chance he comes back too. But OBJ said, yeah, I want to come back. They know where I'm at. They know where I want to play, but I can't play for free. So Stafford has said to be keeping the lines of communication with OBJ, and McVay has said recently that he wants him back. So hopefully it will be soon, because a lot of teams would have already signed him, but he can't help him right now. He's only going to be available at the last portion of the season, which that comes right for us. Because if you looked at our schedule, the last portion of the schedule gets very tough. So it'd be great to have OBJ in the back, ready to come back in and give us a little shot in the arm. I have my cup right here. I couldn't find the stupid top for it. Stan the Ram fan says, Jim Bertelson, Texas. That's awesome. There's my guy, Damian Lee. Rivals can't be lopsided. One team can't win 89% of the time. Niners versus Cowboys, Niners versus Packers are rivals. Yeah. You know what, too? What's weird is for a while when the Rams were in St. Louis, because they had the rich books at coach, and the lady who shall be remain nameless gutted our team before she took him to St. Louis. It took a while for us to get back up to the top and or get to be competitive for playoff spots. And so that's why, that big long streak that the Niners had, 17 games in a row. They won those, but they should have won those games. Those are some bad Rams teams. I mean, we had Tony Banks at quarterback, Steve Walsh at quarterback. We picked up Chris Miller off of the scrap heap, Chris Chandler. When the Rams were beating the Niners, they had pretty good teams. When we had the Greatest Show on Turf, they had Garcia, Mexican-American quarterback with Tyrell Owens and, Garrison Hurst. And we were beating good teams, but those rivalries, even back in the day when you had Joe Montana and mostly Joe Montana, we would split. They would beat us in Anaheim Stadium, and we'd go to San Francisco and beat them. And we got to 2 championship games in the middle of the 80s, Niners dynasty, 85 and 89. Amazing job by Coach John Robinson. Brian Smith says, LOL, Gooman, hell yeah, yep, Mike Gooman. Joe Rumors, yes, Ontario, that's cool, man. Yeah, my one of my buddies was saying, you should have went, because he didn't know that I was off today. I should have went. I should have went yesterday too, but I had to work. But I'm going to go to the SoFly Stadium when they have the trophy there. Arthur, what's up, brother? He says, yo, what's up, bro? Ramilia, what's up, man? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate your support, brother. Thank you. It's great to have you in here. Willie Bones says, strong, legitimate power fullback with blocking and goal line scoring. John Chanel, fullback, should have been drafted. He played at Wisconsin, 6'3", 230 pounds. Wow, it's a big guy. Jeremy says, he gave me a hug and I liked it. That's awesome. Yeah. The Rams mascot's cool. I think I even saw him do a crip walk with somebody on a TikTok. I got to find that. Arthur says, yep, good time to be a Rams fan on this. They're doing good things, and I'm really happy for y'all. Yeah, man, I just got to say this, for us Ram fans, we're not bragging. We're just so openly happy about it. That's just one thing. It's generally happy because we've waited for so long for, the Jeff Fisher era to go away. I appreciate the defense that he built. but we deserve this. And the way that our St. Louis brothers and sisters lost their team, the way that SoCal Rams lost their team, were gone out of the LA market for 20 years. Um, we all deserve this. Ram family, Ramilia, all over the world, Cleveland, St. Louis, LA, the OGs that are, may they rest in peace, that passed away during this 20-year span that they were in Los Angeles. I know a lot. Matter of fact, just to give you some idea, I know a lot of guys on social media that they passed away, and some of them that used to tailgate with, they passed away before the Rams won the Super Bowl. So when you keep that in perspective, never. I'm going to say this. I'm just going to say this. Don't be afraid of showing your emotion, because life is fleeting. Life is too short. If you're happy about something, like when we won the Super Bowl, I opened the door. I said, "F yeah!" I let it out, and I let the neighborhood know, especially during the playoffs too. And I'd open the door, on the road games in Tampa, and in the whole, you kind of like that Eddie Murphy. Good morning, da da da. They say "F you." I was just yelling out. Life is fleeting. Bad times come. When you have something that you're happy about, let it out. Even when you're sad, let it out. For us as Ram fans, we've been through so much, and like my guy Arthur said, yep, it's a good time to be a Ram fan, and that's why I can't buy enough gear right now, because I want to have gear for every day that I go out when I'm not working. G's nuts, what's up, brother? He says Rams and Cowboys and Vikings were playoff rivals in the 70s. The Vikings were a pain in our patootie. They're the reason why we couldn't get to the Super Bowl sooner. Damn Fran Tarkenton. Fran Tarkenton, that guy was crazy. Damien Lee says, I met Han Solo today at Fort Worth, Texas. That's awesome. Did you meet, you talk about Harrison Ford then? Is that what you mean? Or character? SG Sports Talk Channel says, sorry about your Kings. Man, yeah. But it's a young team. They got back to the playoffs finally after so many years, and a lot of people weren't picking them to even make the playoffs or give them a run for it, but they took them to 7 games. So I'm not happy with the loss, but they did their best, and we need some more speed. From what I saw, I'm not as expert on hockey, but it looks like we need more speed on the outside. And the Edmonton Oilers had great defense. We didn't pressure enough the goalie. We didn't get any rebounds. He was just gloving everything, but we didn't have any speed. We got to get some guys that can shake and bake, go around the outside, and boom, another guy comes in and hits we need some more speed, but it's a young team and they'll learn. So thank you, man. I appreciate it. Arthur says, how's everything? Rami, everything's good, brother. Thank you for coming in, man. Thank you for asking. Hope everything's good with you. Bryce Smith, where's the 40 vagina podcast guy? I'm in the mood for a pinata party. That's funny. Jerry Ramirez says, Kings are about to enter the post-Brown era. Man, and you know what? My guy Quick is a little long in the tooth. The goalie, man. God bless him. I really hope they start a good playoff run and get back to the Stanley Cup Finals. Stan the Ram fan says, Willie Ellison 80-yard run versus Saints. I was 10 years old. That's awesome, man. All those great memories. David Lee says, how many rings? Hit the like button. Willie Bones, LA Rams side nose tackle. I saw that. Eddie Goodman from the Chicago Bears. Another good signing, man. That's extra guys that aren't going to cost much. Veteran guys, bodies that we need for the long run. These guys, I can't say enough about them. I can't say enough about these guys. Les Snead and Kyle, I almost called him Kyle Shanahan. But yeah, Sean McVay. Brian Smith says, any 49er fans here going to bring up the Tart drop with 10 minutes left to go the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Ramsey drop with 6 minutes to go. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, that's a great point to bring up, Brian. Tart dropped the pass, right? And that was a horrible underthrow pass. God bless Stafford. I love him, but if he would have threw it 5 yards further out, That's a touchdown by Jefferson because Jefferson has him. But Ramsey missed 2 too. Ramsey dropped 2, and then let's not forget the guy who's on my S list. I love him, but Ben Schroeck dropped that touchdown pass. With that touchdown pass, we would have not been that far behind, and we would have probably won going away. But things happen for a reason, and but yeah. But yeah, that's funny. Stan the Ram fan, he's ours. Damien Lee says OBJ is a diva. I would pass. Give me a young and hungry receiver. Well, I understand saying that, but only because that we've had him. I understand you saying that, Damien. That's a great point because guys like a T.O., a Randy Moss, the guy that we had before, Deshaun Jackson. Oh, man, I really love Deshaun Jackson. He was such a weapon. He worked so good with Stafford. He just didn't, he wanted more reps. He wanted his money for his contract. God, man. But anyway, OBJ, because we had him with us already, he didn't act like that with us. He appreciated everybody. He was a very great team player. Even if you see across the field with Deebo Samuel, he was consoling Deebo. Deebo left it all on the field, and he was crying. He's not really like that when you get to know him. But if he's in a bad situation that with the culture, they can't do it. I can understand how, people are like, I don't respect this guy anyway, not that it's a right situation, but yeah. And Stan Ramfan says, Rich Brooks. Yeah, man. Rich Brooks. Oh boy. Arthur says, Ramilia, I'm not sure how many tickets are over there at SoFi Stadium next week's, bro. But if it's good ticket prices, I'll also be at SoFi Stadium June 4th and 5th to take pictures there. Oh, awesome, man. Yeah, man, you got to go, brother. You got to go. That'd be awesome. I could see you there, man. That's awesome. You got to go, brother. You got to go. Brian Smith says OBJ will take the money. He's not loyal. We'll sign with Green Bay in November. Well, hopefully. Well, listen. I understand the part about the money because he got hurt this year and he missed a huge payday. If everything was perfect, okay, everything went the way it should. We won the Super Bowl. Stafford got to show that he can come back with the no-look pass over the middle. Things happen the way they should, right? But OBJ was on his way to winning the MVP, and we would have won away. We would have won going away, in my belief. And so, I really believe that, but yeah, if he gets the money, I can understand that, just like Von Miller, because he missed a big payday getting hurt, unfortunately for him. But I really hope that we get him back, man. It'd be nice to have him back. Stan Ramfan says Lawrence Phillips. Yeah, and Lawrence Phillips, when Steve Young, God bless Steve Young, when Steve Young took that hit that ended his career, guess who was the guy that missed the block on Aeneas Williams, another former Ram and Arizona Cardinal? Guess who missed the block on Aeneas Williams that flattened Steve Young and ended his career? Lawrence Phillips. The Niners always like to sign former Ram players, Wendell Tyler, Hacksaw Reynolds, Ebucom more recently, Lawrence Phillips back in the day. So he caused, he missed the block that cost Steve Young his career. But yeah, isn't that amazing? Demi Lee says that Niners streak win is still active in the regular season. Yeah, it's still active, but the Niners streak, you can't take nothing away from, but we kind of use that. Remember, Stafford isn't there the whole time. Stafford's only there for the last couple times. And each game that we played the Niners, he got better. The second game should have been to the Rams. If we ever go out 17-0 on the Niners, we will most likely beat them 9 times out of 10. So that was a hell of a comeback. But yeah, that streak is still alive, but we got the big one. So, but yeah. Arthur says, but I know for sure, Ramina, I'm going to make it to a Nike community store June 11th to take that trip. Yes. Awesome, man. Yes. Do that. That's awesome, brother. Roger Trump says, what are you drinking, Ramita? Tequila? No, just Kool-Aid, brother. Not even Kool-Aid. Fruit punch. All right, let's see. I wanted an iced tea, but we didn't have any before I came on. Brian Smith is at Damien Lee. Going to trust us. Chata, man, that sounds good. Karis Theory says, "Hey, remember when Ron Brown ran the fastest man on NFL, Darryl Green, on Monday night? Man, Ron Brown, that guy was so fast when he'd run, he'd like coast, he'd drift off to the side. Amazing runner, sometimes hands of stones, but he'd surprise you with some long catches. Ron Brown, yeah, man, amazing. Another wide receiver that we got to fill a need, for the long ball. But yeah, Ron Brown. Stanley Ramfan says, touchdown, Tony Baker, 35. Yes. Bryce Smith says, hey, Damien, how's the playoff ticket L with the 24? Damien's a cool guy. He's a cool guy, comes in here, but yeah, he's got to get a little bit because he's talking about that streak that's a sore spot in our side. Stan the Ram fan says, unapologetic LA Rams, Dodgers, Lakers, Kings, and Sparks. Yes. My Dodgers, boy, they got to do it this year. Willie Bowen says, the LA Rams Sunbeams female cheerleaders are sizzling. There's some beautiful, man. I remember back in the day we had Apollonia was a Ram cheerleader. Amazing. David Lee says, Brian, in the word of Wesley Snipes, even a blind squirrel finds an acorn once in a day. Brian Smith at Damien, Rams Super Bowl win is still alive in postseason play. That's the stat you're looking for that matters. Yeah. I'm sure the 49ers organization would trade in those 6 wins for that championship win. Arthur says, and of course, my Steelers are going to have a good season. Also, Ramilia, we got good players in our roster, most of them young. Yeah, man, as long as you have that head coach, the front office is really good too. You guys will be fine. Jay Money says, what's funny? After Rams released the draft movie video, all of a sudden other teams started trying to do their own videos and trendsetters. Yeah, hashtag trendsetters. Yeah, man, that video was so amazing. It's just so amazing. Okay, so let me get to this really quick. Let me get to our Ram. Actually, let me catch up in the comments first. And then we'll get to the Ram Legend of the Night. Hold on one sec, guys. Sorry. There we go. Stan Raffett says, tough division. You know what? Our division, we should be able, I think Trey Lance, props to my guy, Damian Lee. I think Trey Lance is going to struggle. I don't have them making the playoffs. I have them at 7-10 or 9-8 with him struggling, catching on, and then struggling. He's a young quarterback. I don't know why they expect him to come on, even though they have a great roster. There's things that defenses can do to make you, and when they get film on you, I mean, it's going to be tough. They're lucky that the Seahawks are rebuilding. Imagine if Russell Wilson was still there and they still had Bobby Wagner. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the AFC West. AFC West is going to be crazy. A great schedule for us. We a great test early. Arthur says, yeah, and our LA Kings, it sucks that we lost, but the Kings will be back. Yes, man, our LA Kings will be back. Young team. Thoughts on McDavid? I like McDavid, man. He's a gamer. He's the kind of player that you hate that you hate when he's on somebody else's team, but if he's on your team, you'll take him. Yes, Harrison Ford, but no Malane Feck, all cool. Harrison Ford's funny, man. He kind of gets, how us Star Wars geeks fandom kind of overdo it on him, and he kind of plays with it. But I love Harrison Ford, man. Some of the greatest characters of my favorite growing up, Indiana Jones, Han Solo, just a great actor, a great guy. Brian Smith is at Jamie Lee. That's why we're hanging on the Super Bowl champions chat. Yeah, he's cool. I like Damien, but he has a right to do his little, they have the 6 games. It sucks. I can't believe they beat us 6 times in a row. Damn it, Jared Goff. Okay, but it's not all his fault, but Salah had his number. Stan Reference, the Canadians skate faster. They do, man. At least these guys. But we need to get some Canadians in our team. Grind your trust is ruined. Remember, don't be a homer. You get accused of that often. Don't do that. Well, I'm a homer, but I only speak the truth. When I speak about the Rams, we are Super Bowl champions. Our front office is one of the best in the league. We have one of the better quarterbacks and defensive players in the NFL. I mean, there's a lot that people can say homer, but I'm just stating the facts. That's like saying, hey, see this guy right here? This is Muhammad Ali. He's one of the greatest boxers of all time. That's not a homer. That's just telling the truth. Damon says, if you want Kyle Shanahan, you can have him. No. We'll take him as a we'll take him as a run coordinator to help our run department. If Tart catches that, it's over. Now, see, that's the thing, Damon. I don't agree with that because the Rams, okay, if Tart catches it, it makes it tough. The Niners have the ball at around little past midfield. But the Niners offensive line was Swiss cheese at that time. Who knows? Jimmy probably would have threw another interception. Who knows if you guys would have did anything with it? But again, if we would have say ifs, okay, we'll give the Niners that interception, but give Ramsey both of his or one of his, and give Schroenick some super glue so he can catch that ball that hit him in his hands, earlier in the game. So you can't really say that because if Schroenick should have caught that ball, that's a touchdown. Ramsey normally comes down with the ball like this, and there was one lower. So yeah, that's the pressure of this game. Stan Ryan says Odell is a baller. Yes, he is, man. I love Odell. We couldn't have did it without him. Remember the Ravens game, the championship game, the early Super Bowl time he was getting off. Amazing. Jared Romero says it sucks that it happened to the Maple Leafs yesterday, losing to the Lightning at home. Yeah, man, the playoffs, all these game sevens and stuff, so exciting. Brian Smith says we only lost to the 40 Vaginers because McVay let man. I was there and I'm like, bye. Niner fans were leaving. We had the ball with a minute and some left, and he let off like, get a first down. What are you doing? I think he was just so emotional about finally getting over the hump and beating Shanahan and knocking him out of the playoffs that he learned his lesson. He's a young coach. But yeah, the way it ended, I'll take it because we actually let the Niners loose on the Cowboys and the Packers. And so they came back to us and, we took them out, but we kind of let them loose on those teams. So it worked out the way it was, but yeah, he should have never left the gas. So he's the only lost with the Vaginers because McVay left the gas. Shannon only prepares for the Rams 0-4 versus. Isn't that amazing? And it's because of our defensive scheme is keep things in front of you, let them get the short pass, and that's what the Niners like to do with Jimmy G. Can't throw it downfield consistently. SG Sports Nation, I love that you bring so much energy to all your streams. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, brother. Because I love all this, man. I love all you guys coming in here. I really love the support. It's so amazing. Jay Money says, you know what? I think the Bills are a really good team with a top quarterback and all, but damn, their fans are really overlooking the Rams. You know what? Bills Mafia, God bless them. The OG Bills fans, going 0-4 in the Super Bowl, they're due. Like I was telling the Niner fans, the Rams are due against you guys. But that guy, Josh Allen, he's no joke, and he's a beast. I remember when we played him last and we always came back, Donald was throwing the big guy. He's a huge guy, and he was throwing him down like a rag doll. So hopefully there'll be more of that, and Stafford gets off. But I'm glad that we get to face these guys, and we get to see how we match up with them and figure out how, if we get to the show again, the Super Bowl, we have some tape on them, and we can see what we can do. So I like it. Even if let's say we were to lose some of these games, that's okay. If we play them in the Super Bowl, we have film on it. We know what to do now. So I like it. What's up, James? What's up, brother? He says, who's your sleeper player for the Rams this year? My sleeper player for the Rams is going to be Kyrene Williams and Jacob Harris, the tight end. Kyrene Williams, we know about him, he's a top pick, but I really think he's better than people think. Those are my two guys. Great question, man. Thank you for coming in, brother. I appreciate it. Subscribe and come in more often, brother. I like it. I like all the Ramilia coming in. Senator Reference says, for the Rams versus Niners, Wagner's a problem. He's going to be a problem, man. He's not Wagner from 5 years ago, but he's still one of the best middle linebackers in the NFL. He's going to pay dividends down the year with through the years, the next 2 years with Ernest Jones, a rookie from last year. He's going to stop those short runs from being big runs. Him and Donald working up front. Woo, man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. The Rams have done it again. LA Rams says, hit the like button. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Yes, guys, if you can't, please hit the like button. Jonathan Vasquez, what's up, brother? He says, yo, what's going on? Going good, brother. Thank you for coming in. Javier Nesta, what's up, brother? He says, let's run it back. Ramilia, let's go. That's right, baby. Let's go. Jerry Ramirez says, it would be interesting to see Josh Allen versus Justin Herbert in the AFC title game one day. That's probably going to happen, man, one of these days. Bryce was hit the like button, folks. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. SC Sports Show Channel says, thoughts on Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves. I don't know much about him. Here, I'll tell you. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, our guy, Laker guy, Austin Reeves. Are you talking about? I was thinking somebody else. I like the kid. I like him. He was getting off in that one play. But yeah, DJ Augustin. Thoughts on DJ Augustin? Not bad. Taylor Rapp. Taylor Rapp's on my S list, but he's a Ram. I still support him. He's got a long way to go. He seems to be anti-ball hawk. He's never around the ball. But, he's going to get pushed for the starting job. So if he doesn't make it the starting job, he's a good backup. But we'll see what happens. There's my guy, Jesse Romo. Rudy, he says, we need to stop these 49ers taking over our house. That's not cool, Ram fans. Yeah, man, but you know what? For 20 years, there was no Rams in the Los Angeles. Thoughts on Gretzky? I love Gretzky. There was no Ram fans in Los Angeles. The market was bare. And then there's a lot of homegrown LA, California, Southern California Niner fans, but yeah. So the Ramilia will get bigger as we go in the next few years, and we keep beating them. But I don't mind. I would rather have more Ram fans, of course, in our stadium, but I don't mind seeing all them leave with their heads down and quiet. Southern Ram fans says Troy Hill's a sleeper. Yes, Troy Hill back is amazing. James Letzman says, subscribe, my brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, thank you, James, for so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Subscribe to my channel. I love it. SC Sports Channel's top 5 LA Kings. Oh, man. Gretzky, Luke Robitaille, Marcel Dion. I like Quick. Shit. Oh, excuse my language. We'll see. I got to come up with a fifth one. My mind is scrambled right now. I know there's some old school Ram Kings guys that played with Marcel Dion that I love too. Robert McClendon says, when is Ram Fest this year? I'll tell you that right now in a second. Johnny G says, I'll get back to that, brother. Good question. Johnny says, Ram's going to bitch slap the Packers this time, man. We owe them. Down 4 likes and I'm 1. Yeah, guys, hit the like, guys. If you could, please, I appreciate it. I always forget to tell you guys. LA Rams says Colts first round of the Super Bowl would be cool. Yeah, man. Matty Ice. We'll see, man. The Colts look pretty good. Arthur says, and you know what, Romina? A lot of haters are sleeping on Lakers, but I can say this: Lakers will come back strong next year, coming for that trophy. Yeah, man. I never put anything past the Lakers, man. We'll be out of it, and then we'll come back. And if we have LeBron, I really think we might move AD. Thoughts on Luka? I love Luka. I want him on the Lakers. SC Sports Track Channel says, North Dallas 40. What's up, brother? He says, who is your Mr. Hated team besides the NFC West teams? The Patriots are my other hated teams. Arthur, why not Ramilia Dodgers champion Super Bowl 2003? Man, you're taking the words right out of my mouth, Arthur. Why not Ramilia Dodgers champion Super Bowl champions 2023, Lakers championship 2023, 3 joint? Why not? I would love it, man. I would love it. We got, I want to say close, but 1988, the Rams were in the playoffs. The 88 Dodgers won the championship, and in the 89 we got to the championship, and we lost to the Niners after 2 wars in New York and Philadelphia. But yeah, that would be amazing. Luka is a diva. I love Luka though, man. He's a young player. He's got heart. Arthur says, imagine that would be so dope, man. It would be. Sash Sports Channel says thoughts on Luka. Do you think? No, I don't think he's a diva. I like him. I really like. Luka. Southern Ram fan says, is there a lot of Ram fans in and around San Francisco? Just curious. There's a few Ram fans, but because it is NoCal, and because the Rams were out of that market for so long, unfortunately, a lot of OG Ram fans are passed away. And when they went to St. Louis, a lot of teams, they, since they're going to be they've been out of the market for so long, they like LA's a melting pot, Southern California's a melting pot, California's, the Raiders are here, the 49ers are here, the Chargers, but there are plenty of Ram fans in San Francisco. North Dallas Force, you forgot McSorley, yes, and Jari Curry, yes, man. Thank you, North Dallas 40, yes, man. North Dallas 40 says, why doesn't Genie rehire the local West? Man, I think he's a little hurt by what happened, and he went to the Clippers, and he's trying to build something, but I would love that, man. James says, I saw a rumor that Spurs Raiders or Chargers possibly moving to St. Louis. The Raiders know. The Chargers, they don't have, if the St. Louis is willing to give them money. But yeah, they're in our stadium. They need to get their own stadium. Robert McClendon says, proud Rams fan from Sacramento. Oh, brother, thank you, man. Yeah, Sacramento. Brian Smith says, Dweebo is Dweebo. North Dallas 40. Why haven't you watched Winning Time? Man, I just haven't I got so many shows, but I am going to watch it, man. I'm looking forward to it. You keep telling, I just haven't got around to it, but I will. Debo's a diva. David says, Luka wants cause, didn't earn it. I grew up in the 80s and 90s. That's why this era is soft. Luka is good, but the 1992 Pistons and 90 New York Knicks would beat him up. Yeah, man. I don't think he's soft, but yeah, these European players, a lot of them, some of them, they've gotten more physical than the past, but yeah, this era of player, just, they flop and stuff. But I agree. Jesse Ramos says, hoping the Celtics lose the next round. Don't want them getting to the 18th championship. That would be past the Lakers. Well, they have 18 already. That would be the 19th, unfortunately. We have 17. But yeah, that'd be horrible. SB Sports Channel says thoughts on Spencer Buford. Okay. I'm not a huge fan. Okay, Arthur says, and as for the Dodgers, bro, this guy, Garvin Lux, he did a walk-off home run to win it for the Dodgers. Let's go. What was it? That was a good win. Yeah, man, that's a hell of a win, a walk-off homer. My Dodgers, man, I'm still not a great fan of Dave Roberts, but he's getting better. We got to win the championship this year. Damon Lee says, remember Nick Mullins was the QB of the Niners that beat Oakland Raiders in the last meeting. Nick Mullins. Damn, I can't believe we lost to Nick Mullins too. LA Rams, there's some Ram fans in Santa Monica too. Yeah, man, they're all over. I mean, like I said, I go all over the place and I have my Rams gear and you hear, whose house? Hey, Rams house. I'll be at Disneyland or wherever. SG Fortune, thoughts on Gavin Lux. I love him. Thoughts on Freddie Freeman. Love Freddie Freeman. North Dallas 40, do we need a better QB2? Well, I'm glad you brought that up, North Dallas 40. Bryce Perkins is my guy. I think he's going to beat out Wolford. He got a lot of upside. He's got good size. He can hurdle guys like we saw in the preseason last year. We kept 3 quarterbacks because we didn't want to waive them. I think he's going to beat up Wolford. I think Wolford was a decent guy, gamer, but I think he's got more upside, and I can see him being QB2. We'll see. I would love to see him with the ones too and see what he could do. What's funny? Jay Money says, what's funny? Also funny is all these people claiming the AFC West to be the best division with all the hype of the Broncos, Chargers, and Raiders. Haha. LOL. I say you have to prove it's not just on paper. Yep, they have to. They have to prove it. But yeah, they have good talent over the better. So they have better talent. But yep. Thoughts on Chris Taylor? I love Chris Taylor. Willie Bone says, Willie Miller. Wide receiver, yes. Willie Bone with all the great old school takes and player takes. No, bro, we're tied at 17. Oh, okay. So maybe I'm mistaken. I thought that they had 18. Okay, good. I hope that's true then. Good. Arthur says, I hope Miami Heat eliminates Boston. Please, I hope they do. no Laker fans want to see Boston get the run. I hate the Celtics. I hate the Celtics. Stan the Ram fan says we had to come back every game against the Phillies. Man, you know what? Our pitching is coming around. I guess Kershaw's going to be hurt again. We got to get together, but we'll be okay. Willie Bone says, former LA Rams, Mike Fanning. Yeah, Mike Fanning. I remember him. No telling for his Major League All-Star events at Santa Monica Pier. Oh, awesome. Brian Smith says Russell Wilson will be injured by Christmas, man. We'll see. He's such a little piece of iron, but Bryce Perkins should be QB number 2. I like Bryce Perkins, man. I really do. I agree. Jay Money says NFC West last year had 3 teams in the playoffs. 2 made it to the NFC Championship game and 1 won the Super Bowl. Until they do that, that's right, man. That's a good point. North Dallas 40 says F Boston. Yes. Gil Dizon, what's up, brother? He says the future Ram fans are coming out of the elementary schools and junior highs right now. Got to be patient. That's right, man. And you'll see, like I said it before, Niner fans, Bronco fans, whoever fans. But Dad, I want a Stafford jersey. But Dad, I want a Cooper Kupp jersey. But Dad, I want this or that. As long as you win and you acclimate yourself to the community, that's how it starts out, man. That's how it starts. And it restarts. SG Sports says, "Go Boston!" No. Southern Ram says Harold Jackson. Yes, Harold Jackson. North Dallas for his I hate Deshaun Jackson got a ring. Does he get a ring? That's a good point. I wondered that. It would make sense, but that sucks. There's my dude, Niner Sickness Podcast. What's up? It's your boy, Niner Sickness. What's up, man? Thank you for coming in, showing the love, brother. Cool guy, Niner Sickness. A passionate Lakers fan, too. I'll throw that out there first. And passionate Niner fans, and we go back and forth. And but yeah, so let's see if my connection is better. I'm gonna do the now that I'm caught up in the comments. I'm going to do the Ram Legend of the Night. So let's get to that right now. Hold on 1 second. Ram Legend of the Night is Kevin Green, number 91. Kevin Green. Here we go. I had this queued up and it went away for some reason. And here he is. Speaking of my Niner brother and Garnell, Niner Sickness, Kevin Green, 4 sacks in the 1988 game where the Rams needed to take this game to make the playoffs against the great Joe Montana. Here we go. Oops. What just happened? Hold on. There's 2. Hold on. Okay. Tell me if I'm back. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Let me try this again. Oh boy. All right. Okay, hold on 1 second. 1 second. I had this queued up and it's still messed up. So hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's try this now.
Strickland was the first one there. Montana tripped up. What a great job by Kevin Green, who gets his talk already. But that inspires a quarterback. If this game meant nothing, that would inspire. Rams hustling on the field defensively as the 49ers go without a huddle. Montana looked one way and was stuffed by Kevin Green. That is his second sack of the ball game and his 14th of the season. He has really found his niche as a pass rusher. You see him lower part of your screen, number 91. He's actually in a delayed rush. John Frank's number 86 would have had him, but Green didn't come right away, so he wasn't sure whether to block him. Green probably benefited more from the change in defensive philosophy than any other player on the Rams team. The 49ers, and a break in San Francisco right here.
I'm cutting the audio because there's something going on. I don't know what happened. But anyway, so this game, he had 4 sacks. The Niners couldn't stop him. He said before this game that he was coming for Joe Montana, and they couldn't stop him. He basically was Aaron Donald in the championship game in the last play. Amazing player. Oh, there goes my doggies. Okay, so we'll have to come back to that again. Okay, you guys. Okay, so that game he had 4 interceptions, 4 sacks. And the Rams needed that game to make the playoffs. And the Rams beat them something like 33-10, and they made the playoffs. And that's what I mean about the Rams would split. Even they had Joe Montana, the Niners had Joe Montana, the Rams would split. So amazing player. Okay, hold on. So let me get back in here. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. All right, so let me just start with it. Send references, rest in peace, Cullen, Jack Snow, and Carl Eckern. Yes, man. And you know what? Before I came on today, I was setting up my Ethernet cable, and Spectrum is supposed to come sometime this week. And then now it messes up, but we'll make best of it. Arthur says it's okay. Take your time, Ramilia. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. It's very frustrating because you pay through the nose for cable, and I had to run an Ethernet cable, and it's still. But anyway, okay. Stanley Ram fan says, Willie Ellison, Otis Anderson, yes. And Niners says, it's too chopper. Yeah, I think when I came back and I left, I think it messed it up, but we'll see what happens. I'll have to get them to test it when they come to check it out, hopefully tomorrow. And Arthur says, rest in peace to those guys. And then my guy Niners Sickness says, yeah, but who won that game? The Rams won 33-10. Sacked Joe Montana 6 times. LA Rams dogs are going crazy. Yeah, the neighbor probably came and they heard them. I think their front door is open. This is your dog's got my 2 dogs barking. Sorry, man. Sorry. I should have closed the front door. I was messing with the stupid internet, the Ethernet cable. I would have shut the door. LA Rams says, I guess the dogs are saying, go Rams. They're saying, who let the dogs out? Niners saying this is 49ers versus Rams head to head. Who has the better record? Asking for a friend. The Niners have the lead in the all-time record versus each other, and the Rams have won the biggest game between the two teams recently. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a rivalry. It's a rivalry, so we'll see what happens the rest of the way. But let's see here. Let me try something. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. But props to the Niners. You know, they were a good sparring partner. They got us ready for the tough haul, giving us all that we wanted. In the end, it worked out for us. Okay, so let me try this. I'm hearing a delay in my voice now. So hold on one second. Let me try something. Okay, let's see. All right. Now, Stanley Rams says, no, two or three, 2 to 3 stringers. Nope. 2 of those games were suds because of the playoffs. That's right. Well, you know what? The Stafford didn't play in the 6 games the Niners beat us. Like I said before, each game that we played and we got better. But yeah, I mean, it's the Niners. And for my guy Niner Sickness, I don't know if you've seen this video about the rivalry that I posted. But if you notice, I put the Joe Montana and Steve Young pictures in black and white because it's been so long. But yeah, so let's see. Brian Smith says NECA's in here that have moved out of California. I think it'll cover. It's hard working out. Anderson Smith, I challenge you for week 4 losing content creator has to do something embarrassing in the shower. Nah, man, we're the champions. You guys have to try and beat us. We have the belt. We have the championship belt. You know, right now we're not on even playing fields because we're the champions. We're the defending champions. So, nah. What we can make a bet on who goes further in the playoffs. I'll do that. Stan the Ram fan says, giveaway games. Show, not shower. No, I understand what you're saying. Shower. CK Chin says San Francisco 49ers lead the series 75-68 with three ties. $75-68. And imagine winning 17 games in a row and you're still up only 7. That means that the Rams dominated your butt for decades before Bill Walsh got there. and that's the way it was. The Niners before Bill Walsh got there weren't even relevant. No one really cared about the Niners. The Rams owned the NFC West for decades. 1981 was their first Super Bowl, but if you look before that, they had some sort of history, but those 5 rings and all that came from 1981 to 1984. So, but the Rams dominated that division, the NFC West, make no mistake about it. But yeah, they won 17 games in a row, and that's during we had Chris Chandler, Chris Miller, Tony Banks, Steve Walsh, Rich Brooks was coach. Props to you. You should have beat those teams. But yeah, but before that, we would win 9 in a row. The Niners would beat us. Then we'd win another 8 in a row. The Niners would beat us. Then we win another 6 or 7 in a row. We basically dominated the division for decade after decade. We were basically 2-time NFL champions before the Niners were even a topic in the NFL. But yeah, so amazing rivalry. God bless them. But yeah, so even all this time here, guess what 2 teams were in the NFC Championship game? The Rams and Niners. Guess what team came out ahead in the championship game? The Los Angeles Rams. So I'll take it. Oops, there we go. Brian Smith says, Niners sickness. Oh boy, LA Rams 2022 champion trophy winners. Yeah. He's good. He's a good guy. He kids me about stuff. Don't be scared. If you're confident in your team, take my challenge. You know I'm confident in my team. I'm surprised you're so confident with Trey Lance. I have you guys not even making the playoffs. Honestly, I have you guys at 7-10, 9-8 with Troy struggling. So we can figure out something, but the Niners, honestly, we want to beat them, of course, but we have bigger fish to fry. But yeah, when we get closer to the game coming, we can figure out something, or we can do a pregame show or whatever. But I don't have you guys making the playoffs, and honestly, I don't understand all the confidence. I mean, this guy. I looked at the highlights of him versus the Texans. He's very indecisive. He has all the tools. He's mobile. He's got a strong arm, but he didn't look very good in a couple of, and that's the Texans. He had some good plays against the Arizona Cardinals, but he got slammed at the goal line. His first inclination, because he's a young player, is he wants to run, and that's going to get him hurt. You know, the Shanahans are known for running quarterbacks into the ground. I mean, look at RG3. Papa Shanahan ruined RG3's career. I mean, so at the very least, and then Trey Lance already got hurt twice, and he's supposed to be the young buck, and he got hurt twice already. You guys are coming off of a quarterback who's always hurt. We'll see what happens. But Kyle Shanahan, make no mistake, his butt is on the line. They traded a lot of capital to get this young kid, and they're afraid to even announce that he's the quarterback official starter of the Niners. And Jimmy G's still there with one hand making a Subway sandwich, and the other hand he still has a split on his finger. So we'll see what happens. But honestly, I don't have the Niners. I have them being a tough team because of the talent on the defense and the playmakers on offense, but I don't have them winning the division. I think there's a 7-game stretch where you guys can go 1-6. The Saints might beat you guys now that they got that wide receiver. We'll see. It's going to be tough for both of us with that schedule, but at least we have a proven quarterback. And when we play each other, we have a Super Bowl champion in quarterback, a guy that has shown that he can do it in the fourth quarter, and you guys have a question mark. So I mean, I don't understand the confidence, the optimism. I do, but I don't understand. They think that this is Steve Young. They think that Jimmy Garoppolo is Joe Montana, and they're going to get rid of him, and Steve Young's going to step in. Well, no, they're afraid to get rid of Jimmy, but plus he's hurt and nobody wants him because he can't stay healthy. But We'll see. That's my opinion. I like the kid. I think he's an okay player. We have a guy on our backup QB. He's the third backup QB because he came on late last year. But Bryce Perkins, and to me, he's got more upside than Trey Lance. I just think that. I mean, I saw the guy hurdle guys. It's only preseason, but he looked really good. We got a guy in the wings, Bryce Perkins. And so I think he's going to beat out Wolford for the backup quarterback. Who knows if Trey Lance turns out great, then very good. But I don't have them making the playoffs. Ready to go? What's up, my brother? He says, hello, Ramilia and fellow Ramley champs. What's up, man? Hope your day and weekend and week is going well. If not, there's a reminder that we're world champions and sit on the throne. That's true, man. Brian Smith says, LA Rams 2021, 2022 champions back to back. I would love that. I would love it. Let's see. Let's see here. Sorry. Falling behind now. Niner Sickness says, hold on. For Niners being the Rams 70 consecutive times must have been hard for you. Nah, I heard you say that. I hate losing to the Niners, but it didn't mean, I mean, when you guys won those 17 games in a row, we didn't have a good team. We were winning. We were like 3-13. Hold on one second. Hold on, guys. Okay, we'll see how long this lasts. They're unloading stuff in the front yard. So sorry about that. Okay, so my guy Willie Bowen says former LA Rams Reggie Dawson, George Farmer. Yes. Hold on. Here we go again. Hold on. They're almost done. Bear with me. LA Rams says, let's try to get our third Super Bowl title. Man, I would love that. We have the team to do it. We have the team to do it. Stanley Ram fan says the most underrated Ram is Robin Gabriel. Yes. One of the great Ram quarterbacks. Roman Gabriel doesn't get his due. Amazing. Niners says just like you Rams fans making excuses for, man, I don't make excuses. Well, look, man, this is where me and you differ. If we were at a sports bar, I'd be looking at you like explaining to you, dude, if you have a loaded Niner team and I have Tony Banks, are you going to be happy about that win? Come on now. Excuses. Come on, man. And I'd say that head to head in front of you. It's just like the Lakers when we had before we got Kobe and the Shaq, and we were sorry, and we had the Nick Van Exels and all that. I mean, come on now. Come on, man. I mean, if that floats your boat, beating weak teams like that, that's fine. Not excuses, man. There's a difference between excuses and looking at the matchups honestly. And but yeah, I mean, but yeah, it sucks losing, but we already understood that it was going to be a tough game going in with the team like that, especially with the Rich Books at coach and Tony Banks at quarterback and on and on. But okay, Jay Money says, what do you think of how they always have the Rams playing Green Bay and Tampa? Man, I don't like it. Always trying to give Rodgers and Packers and Brady some kind of upper hand. I hate that we never get to play them at our place, man. Exactly what you're saying. Bryce Smith, LA Rams 2021, 2022 NFL champions. Arthur says, by the way, Ramilia, I'm going to SoFi in 2 weeks in Nike community store with Metro because it's pretty much the best way to get me to go there, those destinations, since it's not that far from me. That's awesome, man. That's awesome that you're going, brother. Bryce Smith is Natter Mental Podcast. Now, he's a cool guy, but I tried to explain that, yeah, you won, we didn't have good teams, but okay. Even with 17 wins, it's only a 7-game lead. Ready to go says Niner fans haven't won so long they consider regular season wins a successful season. Meanwhile, the Rams continue to win the big games that matter. Man, I mean, and the Niner podcast says Niner sickness, so challenge accepted, correct. So let's look at okay. So let me just say this for my brother Niner sickness, and I have love for him. He has a righteous opinion. I respect his opinion. So the quest for 6 is going on 20 some years, right? How long has it been? The Niners, since the free agent era, now they won in 94. Basically, the season goes through till the next year. But the first year of free agency, they happened to win, but they already basically had their team. But since free agency era has been wheeling and dealing, they don't know how to win a Super Bowl. They have not won a Super Bowl except for the first year, but they basically already had their team that they were going to have. So besides that, those, the 5 Super Bowls and all that, they don't know how to win one. If they were to start over, they would have a hard time winning one. We've won 2 since the free agent era has been wheeling and dealing. And so, 5 is wonderful. Props to you. But since the free agent era started in 94 and, they won the first year, they already loaded already. But since then, it's been a hard time, and that shows how hard it is to win a Super Bowl. But props to them. Even the Seahawks won a Super Bowl more recently than the Niners. The Cardinals almost won a Super Bowl. If it wasn't for the Steelers crashing their party. So imagine if all the teams in the division, except for the Niners, almost happened with the Cardinals. Won a division in the last 20, won a Super Bowl rather in that division in the last 20 years, but except for the Niners. But yeah, so we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do, Niner sickness. I appreciate it, brother, but we'll see what we can do. I mean, as we get closer, we'll see what happens. We can figure out something. Brian Smith says, Niners. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed my guy. Send reference the emoji. Brian Smith says, Niners says the podcast is not secure at all, hence his smack talking. No, he's cool. He's cool, dude. I go in there and I talk to his stuff, but yeah, he's passionate. Nelson says that having Jimmy G as a backup to Trey Lance, we are good. Jimmy G does not want to be a backup, man. That's why he went and did the surgery on his own. He does not want to be a backup. And that's going to divide the clubhouse, but that's your guys' issue. But they can't make decision. You got Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch over here with their fingers in their teeth, biting their fingernails. They don't have the cojones like Les Snead and McVay. We went in. We traded Jared Goff. We got the first round. Gave him the first round picks. They got Stafford to win all in, and we went in. Cam Akers got hurt. We went and got Sony Michel. We picked up OBJ. We picked up Von Miller. And meanwhile, there's crickets in 49erville. And Debo's over here, there's causing problems on social media. And their best, 60% of their offense, Debo Samuel, they don't want to pay him. And, and then they bring Brian Greasy as a quarterback guru. So there's a big difference between the two franchises right now, and it's not looking good for the Niners for the next few years, because if this guy does not turn out to be what the Niners hope, Kyle Shanahan could be out of there with a quickness. And if the Niners don't make the playoffs, that will make 4 out of 6 years that he had a losing season. No, 5 out of 7 years, right? Stan the Ron fan says a buck or bust. Jesse Roma says Niners can't even get their team together. They look so confused. They really do, man. And I have love for John Lynch, great player, but he looks confused half the time. Niners says, why do the Niners have to announce who the starter is in May? Because they gave up all that capital, and they want to give him the confidence to go. I mean, what are they waiting for? Jimmy Garoppolo was already at a press conference saying his goodbyes, and nobody wanted him. And then he gets hurt, and then you have John Lynch making a fool of himself, talking about that they got 2nd round pick offers for Jimmy G, and he wants more, and so he lied. So yeah, our guy doesn't do that. Les Snead, they're two different criterias when it comes to the way the team is run. Les Snead is running circles around John Lynch, and the York's ownership cannot be compared to the Stan Kroenke ownership. As a matter of fact, Stan Kroenke went and bought Woodland Hills Mall and the property, and we're going to have a state-of-the-art facility to work out in. And meanwhile, you have the Niners and the Yorks penny pinching, and they have that horrible stadium in Santa Clara where by halftime you're in a lobster. You get sunburn. It doesn't surprise me that the Niners are in such a hurry to travel to a different stadium to actually see a game in peace, because that stadium is so horrible. That stadium is pathetic. I mean, you have the San Francisco 49ers, 5-time world champions, came from Candlestick. That stadium was horrible too, but because it was a baseball stadium. But they finally get a chance to build a stadium, and they build that guy. And then you look at SoFi Stadium. Look at the difference in the two teams. And then the turf is bad at SoFi Stadium. It's night and day difference. God bless them that they have good players, and they are something to be reckoned with on the defensive side. And they have some. I like Kittle. I like Debo. I think Ayuk's pretty good. I like the running backs. I like Trent Williams. And, they have a good team. But the way the team has been run, man, imagine if McVay and Les Snead were there. You guys probably already won the chip already. Arthur says, this is why I never trust Kyle Shanahan. He just disappoints. Man, Kyle Shanahan reminds me, like I said, of Mike Martz and Nerve Turner. Guys that are great offensive minds but are not great head coaches. Because in my opinion, Mike Martz costed us a Super Bowl. He would do dumb things. He fought with Kurt Warner, and we ended up having to get rid of him because he was on a radio talk show calling in and arguing with Kurt Warner's wife about the injury situation, and it was horrible. So yeah, I appreciate him, but of his offensive mind, But yeah, no. I don't think he's a good head coach at all. Okay, so hold on. I'm sorry. I'm well behind. Hold on. But yeah, hold on. Oh, here we go. Brian Smith says, that's Rich Niners Middle Illinois. You guys. North Dallas 40. What will be the biggest surprise the Rams cut? Man, what will be the biggest surprise the Rams cut? Let's see. I'll come back to that. Sam the Ram fan says disaster in Frisco. It could be, man. We'll see. Niner Sickness says, wow, the disrespect towards Trey Lance saying your third string is better with a homer. Man, what has Trey Lance done? What has he done? What has he done? The guy can't even get in. Okay, first of all, we both know that Jimmy Garoppolo is a horrible quarterback, right? That's not we both agree. And here's a young guy with all the tools in the world. They gave up all this capital, and plus Jimmy G stunk up the joint in the playoffs. They were lucky to win that game in the Packers. They had to block 2 kicks. Couldn't even muster up an offensive touchdown. And Trey Lance can't get in, and Jimmy Garoppolo's injured? Are you kidding me? Even for a few plays? Because Kyle Shanahan didn't trust him. What has Trey Lance done? What has he done? He beat the Texans. He had a couple of plays against the Arizona Cardinals where he got hurt. He got his ass handed to him at the goal line. What has he done? In practice, there's reports of Trey Lance. His mechanics still aren't there. He doesn't look like he's ready. We'll see. But it's not disrespect. I mean, it's just we'll see what happens. I'm not saying that the Bryce Perkins is better, but from what I've seen of Perkins, those couple preseason games, which preseason doesn't make, I'm talking about skill set. Troy, and we didn't give up 3 first round picks for Bryce Perkins. If Bryce Perkins doesn't work out, it didn't cost us much. But Trey Lance, you guys gave up 2 number 1 picks and used your third, and it wasn't even going for him. You guys were at the mercy of the Jets and the Jaguars, and then he fell into your lap. What if they would have got Trey Lance? I mean, basically Shanahan was saying, well, whoever comes to us, I like all 3 of them. We already knew who the first pick was going to be, but the second pick, the Jets. So we'll see. But I mean, what has Trey Lance done so far? What has he done? What disrespect? He's a young quarterback. It's more, I can tell you this, it's more of a chance that he's not going to play great than he's going to play great because he's a young quarterback. I mean, that's just the way it goes. That's like having a brand new point guard and thinking he's going to be Magic Johnson. Brian Smith says Niners are a soup sandwich. We'll see what happens, man. There's a lot riding on the kid. And with the Niners, like us, we have some additions in our offensive line. The Niners talking about Brunskill as being the center. The Niners can't even get together with Mac and say if he's retiring or not. You got McGlinchey looking like he's light in the ass. He looked like he's a lighter tackle. We'll see what happens, man. They didn't do him any favors on the offensive line. We have our own challenges on the offensive line, but at least we have a veteran quarterback who just won a Super Bowl, by the way. And Niners says even your dogs disagree. No, they're barking because you're talking such nonsense. Let the dogs bark, brother. Don't let the wifey shut them up. No, that's because they're unloading stuff in the front. North Valley 40, your dogs bark like Niner fans. But yeah, Stanley Reference homeboy is talking about Rich Brooks years when beating us, really Banks and Phillips. Yeah, man. I mean, those were horrible Rams teams. Brian Smith says at North Star 40, thumbs up. And then Narcy says, we definitely need to do a stream together, brother. I have much respect for you, not for your team, but for you. Thank you, man. It's likewise, man. Like I told you, I hate the 49ers. But the one thing that I can tell you is everything that I just told you right now, from Kyle Shanahan not telling you that Trey Lance is the starting quarterback, not getting rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, letting the Deebo Samuel situation grow, John Lynch lying that they have 2 second-round picks for Jimmy, from Mac, not getting in front of Mac and find out if he's going to retire, on and on and on. And then meanwhile, the Rams are chilling, picking up a guy like Jacoby Durant, 12 interceptions in college, runs a 4.38 in the 40. Deion Sanders says he's a dog. The cupboard is full again with these guys that late draft picks. We get Kyron Williams from Notre Dame, amazing runner to fill in with Cam Akers. We got Quentin Lake, the son of Carnell Lake from UCLA. Big Logan Bruss, Wisconsin, to help with our offensive line. On and on. I mean, and then we're dropping movie style trailers about On the Clock. It's just amazing. North California Spectrum is owned by Satan. I hate Spectrum. I hate him. Bryson's right, and I don't know this podcast. Please leave him. No, he's okay to come in here. I like him coming in here. I just wish my stream would have ran smoother. I'm gonna have to they need to fix this. Spectrum owes me big time for this month. Stanley reference Rich Books. Yeah. Nanderson says a winner's a win. It's called football. Yep, that's right. That's why you get credit for those 17 wins. There should be an asterisk though. These Ram teams were sorry. That's why they said same old Rams, because those Ram teams were sorry. Willie Bowen says, I have full confidence that LA Rams are pinning Super Bowl champions. I do too, man. We have the horses to do it. Brian Smith says Rich Books was a tricky play guy. Nanderson says, in case you guys beat Jimmy G, in that case, you guys beat Jimmy G. Are you guys excited about that? Jimmy G, Kyle Shanahan, like I said, he's an offensive guru. He was a master at hiding Jimmy G's flaws. So, and that's why Deebo Samuel was 60% of the offense in the playoffs. Run Deebo left, run Deebo right, short pass to Deebo. Kittle had to stay in and block for the most part against us, and then they'd sneak him out. LA Ram says, I think he's not listening. North Dallas 40 says, Jimmy, go for Garoppolo. Go for Garoppolo. Brian Smith says, let's see. Hold on. Correct matters went to the practice. Bengals 23-20. Yeah, man, we got the chip. That's what counts. Stanley Ramford says, I can't remember Green Bay ever winning the Coliseum. Maybe one in I can't remember. Yeah, we should play the Packers at home, man. We keep having to play them over there. But we'll see what happens. Jesse Romo says, can't hear you. What happened to the volume? Uh-oh. I think I already put it on now. Okay. Nutter City says podcast says other than this year, you guys were in the same boat. Give me a break. We have not been in the same boat. We've been all in since 2018. When you get a Dominican Sue, you get Marcus Peters, you get Aqib Talib, we got Ramsey. We've been building towards this. The only reason why we don't have 2 Super Bowls in Los Angeles is because Jared Goff and Cooper Kupp got hurt. Jared Goff, basically, that's pretty much where they figured that Jared Goff wasn't going to be the guy for us. And then again, that comes to the ownership and front office. The Niners know that Jimmy G's not the guy for him, and they can't cut him. They can't figure out a way just to get rid of him to save that money for our other guys like Deebo. LA Rams says we keep getting the Packers late in the season. Why? Isn't that weird? It's weird how that is. Let's see. Niner City says for Niners will win 6 before the Rams win 3 guaranteed. Well, I'm yet to see a Super Bowl in Santa Clara. We have one in Los Angeles. So right now it's Los Angeles 1, Santa Clara 0. Maybe we should move to Santa Clara so we can show you guys how to win a Super Bowl. That'll be 4-time NFL champion in the 4th city. Maybe we should switch sides for a year and show you guys how to win a Super Bowl in the modern era. Another thing that says if history is correct, you guys went to the Super Bowl last. We went to the Super Bowl last. You guys went to the Super Bowl and won. Now we have to go to Super Bowl. Yeah, but you guys have a young quarterback. That's true. If you guys win it, we'll see what happens. Just like what I say, you think is homerism and blah, 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 blah. And then when you think that Trey Lance is going to get you over the top, I'm looking at you like sideways, like, okay. I don't think he's going to be that great, especially this year. If he comes on year 2, year 3, but to really think that he's going to get you guys back to the championship game with a rookie quarterback, I mean, what is the odds of that? I mean, we'll see. We will see. But I mean, what has he done? Like I said, what has he done? Why should we basically hold his coattails up for him and talk about him with props and all this? He hasn't done anything. Look at Matt Stafford. They were talking all kinds of smack about Matthew Stafford, and he's got all these touchdowns and all these yards and all these fourth quarter wins, and they weren't giving him any respect. Why would we give this kid who hardly touched the football in 2.5 years? I don't understand that. Elliot, if you know darn well too, if we got Trey Lance, you'd be looking at us sideways and we said Trey Lance is the answer. You know darn well if the roles were reversed and the Niners had Stafford and we had Trey Lance, you'd be like, Elliot Ram says, okay, bro, we'll see about that. Yeah, we will, man. We will. It's not too far off. 9 minutes outbacks. Brian Smith says John Brody was a solid quarterback. Yes, John Brody. There you go. There's some Niner history. John Brody. Niner City says Jimmy's under contract. He has no choice but to be backup. He's not going to want to do that. He's been polite, but who wants to do that? Watch a guy take his. He said that it's been a nightmare. It's been documented, and he said that he wouldn't want anyone to have to go through the way he did last year. So he's smiling, but he's not happy about it. Even if he has to, why would you want a guy like that? And why would you keep $25 million on the cap? You guys need that money for Deebo Samuel and then Bosa. But that's their problem. Willie Bone says Kyle Shannon and the San Francisco 49ers losing to Baltimore Ravens. This is going to be tough for them. And Kansas City Chiefs burn out the chances of winning the Super Bowl. We'll see, man, because now imagine being in your 6th or 7th year in your tenure, and you have to basically bring along a young quarterback who's raw. Wow. Stan reference at 96, Tim McDonald said the same thing. Same old sorry ass Rams. Remember that one. Would say, yeah, man. They got that same because we were the same Rams, the same old sorry Rams back then. And then the Greatest Show came in, and the Greatest Show said, "Shut up." and Isaac Bruce went out for 4 touchdowns in one game, and the Rams era began again. If you beat the Greatest Show on Turf Rams 17 at a times, that's an accomplishment. But not beating the Rams with that. But yeah, a win is a win. But even with those 17 wins, imagine we split, we'd be leading by long shot, the all-time game. But yeah, a win is a win. But God bless you. Just like maybe Grizzly fans are talking smack about beating the Lakers when they had Nick Van Exel and those guys then. You think they're saying, we won 4 times in a row against the Lakers. That's what you sound like when you say that. Brian Smith says, Niners Mental Illness Podcast says, only talks coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Niners says, you guys up first 2 to get Jared Goff and then gave up 2 first to get rid of him. That's what we do, man. We get winners. If you don't win for us, then we get rid of you. But remember, those first 2 round picks are like second round picks because we're always in the playoffs. Unlike Shanahan's Niners, McVay has never saw a losing season. So all of our picks are like in the 29th, 30th, or 30. It's almost second round picks. You guys gave up because you guys weren't that great in 2020. Excuse me. Those are pretty low picks. Jesse Romo says Niner fans need to go join the Niners family, so-called Red Wave. I love the Red Wave, man. They came into Los Angeles on a championship day, and they were hating life. Jay Money says it's okay. They still got Kubi Purdy. Yeah. They got a pretty boy quarterback and Jimmy Garoppolo and Purdy to save them. Brian Smith says Niner Mills is a C.R. Lombardi. Yeah, the Niner City is a good guy. We just don't agree on our teams. Niner City says, as long as Trey Lance knows he's a starter, who cares? It's not the media, and it's not the media. It's your own media. Even, I know you don't agree with Grant Cohn, but everyone's wondering, why don't you name him as starter? I mean, it's not the media, it's what he does. The perception. Even old writers like Grant Cohn's father, Lowell Cohn, he says that this Niners showing up is basically an embarrassment. They're not run the way Eddie DeBartolo Jr. would run them. I mean, I'm not saying that. That's old school Niners, and I know that Grant Cohn is more of he's a guy that says things to get stuff, but Lowell Cohen is saying that he doesn't understand why Jimmy Garoppolo is still there. We'll see, but it's not just the media. It's your guys that used to report the Laurel Cohn, Grant's dad, who covered the Niners during the championship years with Montana, and Bill Walsh used to confide in him, is saying that the Niners, Eddie DeBartolo Jr. would never run the team like the way they are right now. North Dallas 40 says Niners wanted Stafford, but Lynch had his head up his drunken ass in Cabo. That's another thing. So check this out. So the Rams couldn't wait for Shanahan. We were going to hire Shanahan, and the feeling was mutual, right? The feeling was mutual. There's Kyle there. But we couldn't wait because the Falcons were in the playoffs. So we interviewed Sean McVay, and you know how Sean McVay talks, and he's excited. And so we hired Sean McVay. So imagine Kyle Shanahan would be with us, and all the mistakes that he's making with the Niners, who knows? Maybe he would have won. But I think it worked out perfectly. And then to add insult to injury, Stafford. I did a video about this. So Cabo, Matthew Stafford and Big Wit set up a meeting with McVay, and Kyle Shanahan was looking at tape with a vacation with his wife about Stafford because they wanted Stafford. Stafford at the time was reportedly really considering Los Angeles. He preferred Los Angeles. And so as he was breaking down film with Stafford, Big Wit brought Stafford with McVay, and they ended up calling Kroenke, and McVay told him, "This is the guy. I need this guy." And Kroenke signed him. And then there's a podcast where he makes fun of Kyle, and Kyle was being a good guy, was saying, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna go over there. I would have went over there, and what's going on." But it's funny. But yeah, so the Kyle Shanahan and Stafford situation lives in infamy between the two teams. Dan Ramfran says their stadium is busted up. Man, it's amazing. It's amazing that that the difference in the two franchises right now. It's not just about the all-time winning records and all that, and the 5 championships. It's amazing what the Rams have to show. Matter of fact, as we speak right now, even with those 5 Super Bowls, the Niners have, and the Rams have 2 Super Bowls in the Super Bowl era. The Rams are what's the word I'm looking for? The Rams franchise is worth more. If you look at Forbes wealth franchises than the 49ers. So imagine that, winning 5 Super Bowl. And then the Rams are in the LA market. We don't have any problem with taxes. I've seen Niner YouTubers saying, "Oh, free agents don't want to come here because of the taxes." No, it's because you're in Santa Clara. Nobody wants to go to Santa Clara. I mean, they do because the Niner franchise is an iconic franchise. I'll give it to them. But they'd rather be in Los Angeles. So the 2 franchises, you can't. That's not me being a homer. I mean, that's just the way it is. Go look it up yourself. Go see which franchise is worth more. See which stadium is better, Levi Stadium or SoFly. Who's building a state-of-the-art practice facility, and who has whatever they have. So yeah, look it up. Brian Smith says, kind of like when you think the Niners Niners Signals podcast says, "LOL, you just said the field is as bad as SoFly Stadium." No, Levi Stadium's turf is horrible. North Dallas 40 says Levi Stadium is a dump. It's a horrible stadium, man. I mean, you get a sunburn by halftime. There's no shade. Crazy. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm way behind in Thank you guys for. Niners says Kyle is better than Sean. Man, he hasn't shown it. Rams own the Niners in the postseason. Geez, nuts. What's up, brother? He says Niners are downward spiral and are in denial. You see, it hurts that we won the Super Bowl. Man, we'll see what happens. Trey Lance has a lot on his back. San Fran says, don't let that mother get a rhythm, though, Shanahan. Yeah, he's got a great run game. I'll give him that. Like I said, he's a great offensive mind, but he's not a great head coach, in my opinion, and he's shown it. He's got a losing record, and he lost the big games. Every big game that Kyle Shanahan has played, he's lost, except for the regular season game. So maybe he's the regular season king. He lost 2 Super Bowls, right? He lost the championship game against his buddy, which he had a streak going against. So, okay, if that's a great head coach, then all right. North Delta 40 says, I'm curious to see Bryce in preseason. Me too, man. I'm really high on this guy. Willie Buster's caution reminds me of Wile E. Coyote. Jay Money says, Kyle is better than Sean. Good joke. I like Kyle's offensive mind, but he's not a better head coach, in my opinion. I appreciate his opinion. Kyle Shanahan is a great coach, a 49ers fan, lucky to have him. Yeah, the 49ers are lucky to have him because before that, they had the guy that goes, I can't win with him. I can't win with him, or can't win without. What is? I want winners. Mike Singletary. I really like Harbaugh too. Harbaugh was a good coach. Brian Smith says, Shani 0-4 against the last place Seahawks in Killsbury. Yeah, that's weird how they lose to them. Brian Smith, Shani's a drunk. I like Shanahan, but I offensive mind, head coach, I just don't agree. North Delta First, I want to see your dogs. Man, they're quiet right now. I think they're done unloading. We'll see what happens. Jay Money says, Kyle is an egomaniac that stands in his own way. He really is an egomaniac, man. It's been reported. Perkins is better. I like Perkins. We'll see. I'm not saying that he's better than Trey. I say that he has some of the I like his upside. I like that he hurdles guys. He doesn't look scared. He looks determined. I haven't seen enough of Trey Lance, but what I've seen, I think he's okay. I think he has good skill set, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it didn't cost us 3-round picks to get Bryce. Niner Sickness says Trey Lance is a question for sure, but if he works out, watch out. No, that's what I'm saying. Niner Sickness. I'm not talking smack. I'm just saying that I don't trust a young quarterback. Ellie Ram says, emoji. Willie Bones says, come on, Fantasy Alley, Niner Sickness. Stan the Ram fan says, Lance is no better than Rodgers' backup. We'll see, man. Like I said, a young quarterback has a better chance of him not being great in the first year. Brian Smith says, if the lottery tickets work out, watch out. Yeah, man. Niner says, honest question, if the Rams had the choice to draft Trey Lance, would you be mad? Like I said before, Niner Sickness podcast, if you guys got Stafford, I would have sleepless nights, but you have Trey Lance, I sleep like a baby. And here we are with the Super Bowl trophy. So honestly, man, if we got him, I'd be optimistic. I'd want the best for him. You have every right to, but I'd be worried. Jesse Romo says, the Ramsey property in Wood Hills is my neighbor. Can't wait until it's completed. I'll be there every practice. Yeah, love it, man. Awesome, Jesse Romo. It's amazing time to be a Ram fan, man. Narcissus, can we borrow your LT and left guard? Man, we have our own challenges on our offensive line. You know that, Natter Sickness. I'm not, but I like Havenstein. I like Logan Bruss. I like Noteboom. He's filled in for. You're not going to replace Big Wit, but he can do an adequate job. I like the guys that we have in there, and we just signed a guy from Chicago, and to help with the depth there. I love it. Brian Smith says, how many picks did the Niners give up for the unknown comic QB? They gave up 3 first-round picks. Their first two number ones, and their number one they used on him, and they can't get him on the field. North California says, remind during 3-game losing streak, everyone wanted Raheem fired. Yeah, I was against him because he wasn't using Ramsey right, and we were struggling, but he grew on me. I said if he won the Super Bowl, he may grow on me, and we did. Not if is getting all your Ram riled up. I've done my job. It's all love, brother. You have a right to, like I said, come in here. We're all respectful. We love our teams. It's all good. Niner Cygnus says the San Francisco 49ers are very confident in Trey Lance. Otherwise, they would not. No, they are. But what's weird about that, now that you say that, is they didn't know for sure that they were going to get Trey Lance. I mean, I'm sure that Robert Saleh didn't do Kyle any favors and told him, yeah, we're going to pick. They thought they might get him. So Kyle, imagine if they would have got Mac Jones because at number 2 they picked Trey Lance. Then what? So we will see. That's why I'm saying they were I think Kyle kind of desperately did this move because the Rams got Stafford and he wanted to show the Yorks that he's not stuck with Jimmy. But also remember, Kyle Shanahan's track record in drafting quarterbacks. Beathard, didn't he draft Mullins? And the way that he hasn't been able to what's the word I'm looking for? Develop young quarterbacks. Center reference, Kyrie Williams is filthy, bro. I love Kyrie Williams, man. Brian Smith is not another mental illness. We're champs, and y'all own postseason and own y'all in postseason. Man, I hope that man. I don't think they're going to make the postseason this year. I was going to say I hope it continues, but I think they're going to struggle for a little bit. Brian Smith says Lance on the bench last season. Yeah, man, it's amazing that he couldn't get playing time even when he was healthy. At least bring him in for some. For some reps. They could have used him in the championship game. Fake Debo and have Trey Lance coming in. I mean, I don't know. But I'm not Kyle Shanahan, the offensive genius, right? Look at McVay. McVay did he had 4th down against the Niners. He had 4th down against the Niners. He had Cup come around the outside on 4th down. Amazing. Brian Smith Donald is Numbskull's daddy. And the championship game, Gaines and Donald took turns ragdolling Trey Brunskill. Jesus says Trey Lance will be benched by the 3rd game, game 3. Southern Ramfan says Cam Makers, Darrell Henderson, Kyrie Williams, Xavier Jones. I forgot about Xavier Jones. That's right. Brian Smith, Kyrie's good or Notre Dame good. Massive differences. I think Kyrie is good, and plus he can catch the ball out of the backfield. Will Notre Dame ever win a natty? Man, I'm a USC fan, so I don't like Notre Dame, but hopefully we get a good player. Trey Lance doesn't need to be great with the defense and that we have in the run game. He just needs to make sure he doesn't make mistakes and will develop into a good quarterback in 2 to 3 years. No, that's true, but that's what I'm talking about this year. Whether he shows up, we won't. Trey Lance verdict won't be out for 2 or 3, 4 years, honestly. But his first year, even with that loaded defense and offensive weapons, he can struggle. And he tends to throw the ball over the middle high, which is bad with better teams with good cornerbacks. And he's indecisive at times because he's a young quarterback. We'll see. Cass says Winder Singles is delusional as a Fader fan. You guys are funny. Southern Ryan says that Brian was crazy and the whole dude is sick. Yeah, but I agree. Willie Bowen says, well, former LA Rams barefoot kicker Mike Lansford. Yes. Notre Dame, only dirty program that will be investigated and still bounced. Brian Smith. That says, I never said Trey Lance is the answer. He hasn't played it. Yeah, that's what I said. But that's what I said, that we're disrespecting Trey Lance. I'm not. I just don't think what has he done? Kyrie Williams' balance is incredible. I'm really high on Kyrie Williams, man, Stan. I'm really high. Brian Smith says San Francisco 49 Data Stubba is in prison. Oh, really? Oh, that's sad, man. He was a great player. George Allen Forley says Levi Stadium is worse than Spawn Ranch. I can't believe that they have that stadium. I could see a team like the Bengals having a stadium like that, or the Browns. But boy, that's a horrible stadium for the Niners to hang their hat on and call that home. Bryce with G's nuts, thumbs up. Niner City says Grant is a Cowboy fan reporting the Niners. Yeah, he's funny. Grant Cohn's funny. Trey Lance is the starter on the Madden video game. Chaos Theory says. No doubt for Jimmy Garoppolo Baker Ruffalo, the Subway sandwiches. LA Rams says these 49ers fans need to wake up and smell the coffee. Man, before they got Jimmy Garoppolo, I remember Levi Stadium being empty from 2015 to 2017. It was empty, and that's why I get a kick out of the red wave. We're going to take over your stadium. Well, when your team loses, all fans get frustrated that they don't tend to show up. But it's funny that now that we're going to take over the stadium. Well, you couldn't even fill your own stadium. What happened to the faithful then? But it's funny to me. North Dallas 40 says Jimmy Jones is better GM than Jimmy Jones. Niners Sickness Podcast, same old sorry ass Rams period. Yeah, you wish they were. The Rams are Super Bowl champions. If sorry means Super Bowl champions and the team that runs the NFC, then that's us. Bryce says Shady doesn't know how to use Bus Lance. He's already admitted. I wouldn't doubt it, man. He doesn't get him in there. The Anderson Podcast says, I'll give it to the Niners. They're the only team that concerns me in the NFC. Yeah, they have good talent, but their quarterback, not having like Jimmy Garoppolo, the one good thing about him is Kyle Shanahan knows how to use him and hide him in a certain way, have him not get out of his own abilities. But Trey Lance, a rookie, can make mistakes that you don't count on, run at the wrong time. We'll see. But yeah, they have good talent, but the quarterback positions is important. Omar says, but we're still going to beat y'all. I agree. Jesus says, no passing game, no run game will be checked by all. Niners not winning more than 7 games if they get lucky. I see them going 7-10, 9-8, and I see us sweeping them. Southern Ram fan says, LOL, actually, I wanted Shanahan at the time, close call. He's a great, see, at the time, we didn't know what kind of head coach he would be. He's a great coach. Great offensive coordinator, but I don't think he's a good head coach. So at the time, yeah. Of course, look who we're coming from. The bar isn't very high when it comes to Jeff Fisher. Bryce Smith says, Lance is a gimmick QB, played in a power conference in North Dakota. Oh, yeah, man. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, there's a lot to that. Bryce Smith, Lance. Oops. Hold on. Already got that one. Willie Bowen says, what's up, LA Rams? Yes. Bowserzilla, what's up, man? Sorry, I fell behind the chat, man. I'm just barely getting to you. Go Rams. Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. Brian Smith says, hold on. Hopefully my dogs won't bark. Brian Smith says, Rams own Niners in postseason, all that matters. That's right. Southern Ram fan looking on. Or is that eye rolling? G's nuts says the Niners will be talking about Tart's missed interception for the next 10 years as they continue to chase 6. Poor Tart. But Ramsey dropped 2 too. So Bryce Smith's Levi Stadium is ghetto. Man, I can't believe how horrible that stadium is. From far away, it looks okay, but I've heard reports about that. I've never been there, so maybe I should see it first. But even Niner fans complain about it. Brian Smith says that Omar, I'm concerned. Why concerned, bro? Rams own the Niners postseason. No, Tyler first. He says, when will Crockett get Vic Spanos? Soon, hopefully. Stan Ram says Perkins needed to work on his accuracy and touch. He has everything else. Same thing with Trey Lance. And that's why I say it didn't cost us much to get this guy. And we were afraid to release him because we thought the Seahawks were going to pick him up. So we kept 3 quarterbacks. So that's my sleeper too. One of you guys asked, who's my sleeper? Keep an eye on Bryce Perkins to be QB2. G-Net says San Francisco Panty Liners going 7-10. You guys are funny. Oh, my dog's in a bark. Hold on. Omar says that Niners podcast, the Niners would have drafted Parsons or Chase, etc., and they would have been better off. Man, I was afraid they were going to get Stafford and draft Kyle Pitts to help with the to help with my guy Kittle because he gets hurt sometimes. That Bryce with that G's nuts, laugh emoji. Brian Willie Bowen says Niner sickness. You do jumping jacks on the Golden State Bridge while listening to the music on the bridge. You guys are crazy. Okay, let's see. North Dallas 46 Stafford has as many wins in 1 year with the Rams as Cowboys, Romo, and Dak combined. Isn't that amazing? Remember they said he never won nothing. He never won nothing. Well, one season, what a difference one season makes. OJ Simpson, North Dallas 40 says, retired 49er. That's right. Brian Smith says, Niners bailed. Our Super Bowl win Trump tarts INT with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Kale's theory. I think we're going 4-0 in the AFC West, but they might get lucky, get one win. It's going to be tough, man, but I'm glad that we get to play them before, in case we get back to the Super Bowl. We have some film on them and see how we match up. Barzilla says our schedule's the hardest in NFL history. It's pretty tough, man, but we have the guys to do it. Brian Smith says North Dakota plays in the Power 19 conference. Oops, hold on. Sam Reference says, I changed my mind. I'm going. Nick Scott is my sleeper. He learns big time on that HB pass, boosting his awareness. Halfback pass. Yeah, I love Nick Scott. The addition of Troy Hill with Ramsey, it's going to be amazing. Trying to catch up. Stanley Ramfan says, yo, fam, this can't be right. Why am I seeing 4 likes? That YouTube doing that, bro. Thank you, guys. Yeah, if you can hit the likes, brother, appreciate it. Appreciate it, guys. Or even on your way out. North Dakota 40 says Keyser Stadium was better than Levi Stadium. Poor Levi Stadium. Bryce says, same old sorry ass Rams was Danny Foe's line. Now he's in prison for sexual assaulting mentality. Changed the individual. Assaulting a mentally challenged individual. Wow. Yeah, I mean, at that time, I hated that he said that, but the greatest Turns shut their mouth. And, whatever. It's funny, though, because they try to use that against us now, and we're the Super Bowl champions. Whatever. We used to call me, I've told everyone how I hate the 49ers. So we used to call the 49ers the last placers because, for a while, Shanahan was coming in last place or third placers, or we would call them maybe next year. Maybe next year crew. Bang, bang, Maynard next year. Jay Money says, I feel really good about the Rams draft picks this year. Me too. They all look hungry and ready to learn. I love it. I love it too. Exactly, Jay Money. North Dallas 40 says Rams will cut Tutu Atwell. I hope they don't. I hope he steps up. Brian Smith, James Subway in prison, 15 to life loser. Man, that sucks. Sucks for him to be there, man. If feel bad for his victims. If allegedly whatever he did, but bad situation. Jesse Roma says Tard and Jimmy G are real Ram fans. Brian Smith says, let's see, hold on. Tutu will not be cut, second round pick. Yeah, we still have his contract. I hope he does good though. LA Rams says Rams will be 14-2. Man, that'd be amazing. It wouldn't surprise me. I would love it. Willie Bone says 14-1 for the LA Rams this season. 16-1. Chaos Theory says Nick Scott made Debo see the stairway to heaven. Okay, so I'm caught up. So let me see if I can get this going. Hold on. Let me share something. Hold on 1 second. Rams Mariachi. Another thing the Niners don't have. Yeah, I think it was kind of choppy, right? Dang it, Spectrum, you gotta. We'll figure that out. Send reference. Hey, Ramilia, who's the pressure on now? Dak, Josh, Wentz, Carr, Mayfield, Stafford, Concord. The pressure is. That's a good question. Dak, because he's the Cowboys quarterback who has underachieved, in my opinion. And also Josh, because they paid all that money to Von Miller, and if they have to win now, man, if they're not going to do it, they got to win now. So I think both those guys. Bryce Smith has to be Dak. Yeah, I agree too. Josh as well. Willie Bone says Kyle Shanahan is coaching like Wally Cody to catch the Roadrunner. Sam Ramfam says a laughing emoji and thumbs up. Kyle Shanahan's coaching like Wally Cody to catch a Sam the Ramfam emoji. Rodgers, this guy, he knows that he runs Green Bay. He knows that he can do whatever he wants. He can say that he's, what did he say? That he's not vaccinated. He said that whole ordeal. Jesus, that says, Ramariachi, yeah. That whole ordeal where he's, I can't remember what he said, but he gave the impression that he was vaccinated and he didn't even get in trouble. It is what it is. That's their problem. Here, let me share this again. Thank you guys for coming in. Had major problems today with this darn Spectrum. Oh, here we go. Here's my guy. We were talking about Kyle Shanahan. Hold on. I'm just gonna get mad at
Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it. I cannot play
miss
with
the
him.
old days.
Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it. I want winners.
I love it. Hold on.
And treatment for her cancer. After
Hold on.
learning about Caesar signing patient.
Hold on. Wrong one. There we go. Hold on. Look at that stadium. SoFly Stadium. No wonder the Niner fans like to come to our stadium. They gotta imagine playing your home games at Levi Stadium. This is how we do it. That's awesome. Yeah, hopefully Spectrum fixes this, man. This needs to be smooth. So, okay. Send the reference says Dak. Dak is due, maybe. That play last year against the Niners when he went too far and they didn't give the ref the ball. That was horrible. Imagine if that was us. That would suck. But it wouldn't be us. We wouldn't do stupid stuff like that. Willie Bones says Mike Singletary. Yeah. Can't win with him. I want winners. Just like they have their saying. Same old sorry Rams. Niner Chicken was saying. We can say, I want winners. We can't win with them. Jesus says Jake from State Farm will take over QB next season. Jesse Rumble says, I can't wait till football season starts. Go Rams. Me either, man. Willie Bunch says, former LA Rams quarterback Jeff Camp and Bob Lee. Yes. Stanley Ramfest says, Rogers backup. Jake from State Farm. Jesse Rumble says, so fine stadium. Yes, so fine, so fly. North Dallas 40 says Niner helmets are ugly as F. They're going to have to change that to Santa Clara now, right? SF. They're going to have to put SC. I kid them about that because they like to try to say, oh, well, the Rams won one Super Bowl because the St. Louis Rams won that one. And we're like, get out of here. Well, speaking on that, did you guys leave all those trophies in San Francisco? Because you guys are like 40 miles away from San Francisco. You're in Santa Clara County. At least Inglewood, where the Rams SoFi Stadium is in LA County. So yeah, maybe they should put SC on the helmet. It would make more sense. That's funny. Willie Bones says the only Levi is good as denim blue jeans. So I guess we're going to unfurl our banner against the Bills. I think we should wait until the Niners or the Raiders come to town. And let me just put this here. Hold on. That's not the one I want to do. Hold on. So if we do unfurl the banner against the Bills, maybe they'll get the rings at the same time. Not sure how that works, but I'd rather just have them wait for the Raiders, especially, or the 49ers. Fast Money, what's up, brother? He says, you think we're signing OBJ? I really do. He said already that he wants to come with the Rams. He wants to come back with the Rams. He made a Twitter about it that he wants to. Man, my stream looks choppy as heck. Hold on. He said that he wants to go back with the Rams. He says he tweeted recently that the Rams know that he wants to go there. He just doesn't want to get, he doesn't want to go for free. But they're in contact with him. It's a good chance that he will. And so I'm looking forward to a signing. I'm looking forward to coming in one morning and say, alert, OBJ's re-sign. Hopefully soon, brother. Thank you for coming in, Fast Money. LA Rams says, do you think the Steelers or Panthers will go to the playoffs this season? Yes or no? I'm high on the Steelers. The Panthers is tough. We'll see. It's going to be challenging. They look better, though. Stanley Ramfest says, Chargers, laughing emoji. They're pretty good, though. Our little brothers. J Money says, 40 whiners, sad eyes, laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. Stanley Ramfest, Charter fans have to see our banner all the time. Yeah, are they gonna block our banners? Like this Clippers. I know my guy Willie Bowen's a Clipper fan, but he's also a great Ram fan, and the Dodgers and Angels, Ducks, I think too. But yeah, man, Whenever I see a Charger fan, I go, "You guys are up." Usually I have my Rams gear on. We won it. Now you guys are up. It's your turn. And they go, "Yeah, I hope so." But you know what, guys? I appreciate you guys coming in. I'm going to call it a night. It's already 2 hours, and thank you guys for being patient with me tonight. I got to get on Spectrum's butt to get this this internet going, because the modem is right next door, and we have the higher speed. I even plugged in an Ethernet before I came on, and it's still choppy, and then it messed up. So I'm going to get that fixed. But I appreciate you guys coming in, because I want, when I show videos and clips, I want that to be smooth as butter. But that's okay. We'll get that handled. And I appreciate you guys coming in. I love all you guys. If you guys haven't hit the alert button and the subscribe button so we can do this more often, I'll have some more lives coming up as the season gets on. I'll have cool clips and stuff. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And as we always say, good night, the Chaos Theory. Appreciate it, brother. And Jay Money, thank you guys. Appreciate everyone at you. Stan the Ram fan, all you guys, LA Rams, Fast Money, all my guys, North Dallas 40, Jesse Romo, G's Nuts, all you guys, Willie Bowen, my guy, Brian Smith, all you guys, man, all you guys, Omar, thank you guys so much, guys. This is always so cool. I love this. And North Dallas 40, like I said, Niners Sickness Podcast. He's dying to lose a bet against me. We'll see what happens. My guy, SG Sports Track Channel 2. Good night, brother. You're always a breath of fresh air, and I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. So as we always say, may the Ramilia be with you. And Ramulators, mount up.